Good evening, Cougar fans, and welcome to tonight's game. Coming live from the Cougar Field on the beautiful campus of Central Noble in Albion, Indiana. Tonight, the Central Noble Cougars will be taking on the Fremont Eagles. Captains are going out to the center right now for the coin toss. Central Noble comes into tonight's game off of a big victory last weekend against Prairie Heights Panthers on the road, and a good opportunity for Coach Hayden Kilgore and his team to string together 2 wins back-to-back. Well, wait, looks like Fremont is going to receive the kick. Central Noble won the toss, is going to defer and kick off in the first to begin the game. So let's go through Central Noble's defense. Starting tonight for Central Noble, on the defensive line, number 55. Riley Bremer. Number 42. Justin Kreider. Number 77, Lane Norris. Starting out at linebacker, number 5, Clayton Kirkpatrick. Number 26, Noah Christopher. Number 21, Jarrett Huck. Number 44, Will Hoover. Rounding out the defensive backfield for the Cougars is number 32, Logan Hawk. Number 14, Ashton Smith. Number 2, Trey Harold. And number 1, Preston Diffendaffer. Offensively for the Eagles tonight, of left tackle number 78, Drew Brosey. Left guard number 54, Jacob Wagner. Center number 75, John Armstrong. Right guard number 58, RJ Dillbone. Right tackle number 68, Taryn Wills. At quarterback number 5, Cameron Colclazier. At fullback, number 31, Dylan Parson. A halfback, number 32, Carson Flynn. And a receiver, number 9, Jaden Zucaloto. Number 26, Logan Brace. And number 86, Garrett Kelly. Tonight, the Central Noble Cougars will be in their green Indiana National Guard uniforms. Yeah, we'd like to give a shout out to the Indiana National Guard for providing the uniforms for tonight. It's a good program that they do for local high schools. And I believe tonight there will be a drawing where we'll be giving away a bunch of prizes down by the giant Humvee they have sitting down there. Looks like Carson Flynn and Logan Brace are back deep. The squib kick by the Cougars, covered quickly by number 3, Zach Pika of Fremont. Fremont offense will come out starting at about 31-yard line. Cougars are going to come out in a 4-4 front. Looks like some hard counts by Fremont. Fake a dive and they pull it, and he's going to pick up big yard. Oh, the ball's on the ground. It's loose. A player out of bounds touches it and kicks it in. It looks like it's going to be retained by Fremont at about the 44-yard line. Cameron Colclazier with the carry. I couldn't quite tell who knocked that ball out. Clayton Kirkpatrick looks like knocked that ball out. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Gonna fake the sweep, come back up the middle. He's brought down in the backfield by number 32, Logan Hawk.
Peyton Kirkpatrick coming off injured for the Cougars on the play there.
Am I going to send the guy in motion again? Give the dive. Quarterback keeps it. We're going to have to find an answer for that, or it's going to be a long night.
One of those offenses, a lot of different options, a lot of things you have to prepare for.
Looks like they were going to run the run pass option. Going to take a lot of defense, or discipline by our defenders. They do give a dive up the middle. Bremer, number 55, in on the tackle. Number 31, Dylan Parson, on the carry. It is enough for a first down. Like number 42, Justin Kreider, was also in on the tackle. They're going to come in trips left. In a short motion. Little dive with 31. Parson again on the carry. Lane Norris, number 77, in on the tackle. Fremont coming in with no backs in the backfield. Double wing. Bring them in motion. They're going to run. Pitch it out. Met by a host of Cougars. Flynn on the carry off the option, and he picks up about 1 or 2 yards. It's going to bring up third and about 4. Logan Hawk and Noah Christopher were in on that tackle.
Ashton Dunlap did a nice job there, coming off the edge, getting off his block, and trying to stretch that out a little bit.
Bring up the first third down of the series for Fremont. Going to send the man in motion. Fake the dive. He's got a big hole, but he is brought down by number 42. Justin Kreider for the Cougars, but not before they pick up another first down. So it looks like it's going to be first and goal from almost exactly the 10-yard line. 8:47 left to go in the first quarter of a 0-0 ball game. Been a fairly impressive opening drive for Fremont. Just catching Central Noble not staying home, not playing their positions. They're taking advantage of it right now. Got a fake give, and they bring the quarterback down. The flag comes in late.
And that's going to be on the Cougars by the location of it.
And a personal foul on Fremont. Okay, well, they changed it, and he's going to go against Central Noble. That's going to be half the distance to the goal. We'll put the ball on the 5-yard line. First down. Not sure what exactly they called there.
They say that
face mask. Okay.
They say the official really didn't give a good signal on what it was. Really too bad as well, because the Cougars read that beautifully.
I think a couple guys had him wrapped up and went to bring him down. Somebody grabbed it onto the face mat.
Power formation here.
Bring it up. Cougars bring him down. Second goal from about the 3-inch line. Cougars are trying to stuff it up the middle. And 32. Carson Flynn taking it in for the score. Got some movement
It's on the Cougars.
on the point after.
On Central Noble, move the ball closer.
Give him another chance to kick it from closer. So Fremont's going to move up, get up again, and try to kick it in. Kick is up. It is good. It was 7:28 to go in the first quarter. Fremont takes a 7-0 lead over the Central Noble Cougars. Like Ashton Smith and Chase Spencer are back deep for the Cougars.
Parsons teamed up.
Number 31, Dylan Parsons in the football up. First impressions on the first drive. Fremont runs that dive option pretty well. Central Noble's going to have to stay disciplined on. The ball is out. Not sure who picked it up. So the Cougars did recover. Like number 14, Ashton Smith with the recovery. That was misspoken by the home announcer. It was number 14, Ashton Smith. He called out Jarrett Hawk, but it was Ashton Smith. Cougars coming out in a wing formation. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
Out with the check with me system where they get in line and see what the defense is doing, and then look over for a play call.
Give a handoff to Will Hoover, who brings the ball for a big bruising run up the field. Loses a shoe on his way to about a 8-yard gain.
Describe that perfectly, a bruising run, because I think that's the only way he knows how to run. He is downhill every single.
Gets out and gets upfield in a hurry. Not a whole lot of juking going on. There's more lowering the shoulder, and
he's ready to truck somebody.
Defenders had better be ready. We give it to Hoover again up the middle. He runs over 3 or 4 guys on the way and still pushing the pile.
Look at that.
It's still moving. A big gain. About it. Looks like, yeah, the entire Eagle defense in on the tackle as he dragged them along for about 15 yards.
Hoover came up hobbling just a little bit after that run.
Just drug about 1,500 pounds of human with him. Riley back out.
Riley Bremer bringing him up to the ball.
Hoover back up the middle. Another big run. He's still on his feet. Whole host of Eagles taking him down, but not before he picks up close to a first down. First contact or victim was number 9, Jaden Zuccolado. Hoover just kind of put his shoulder down and ran over him. We're going to take a timeout for a measurement. Officials are scooting both teams back, taking an official timeout. They're going to measure to see how far away we are. That was enough for a first down.
Got a feeling until Fremont finds a way to stop that, we're going to see a lot of Will Hoover.
Yeah. Tearing off big chunks of yardage. Moving the sticks right down the field. Official winding the play clock. Another dive up the middle to Hoover. Still moving the pile, and there's another 5-yard run. He is getting some great blocking by the offensive line. They're opening some big holes and moving kids downfield. Number 51, JT McDowell, was in on that tackle. Cougars are hustling back up to the line. Now we got a pass. Sawyer stays in there, delivers a perfect ball for a touchdown. Now we've got a flag out on the play. Got some discussion. Preston Diffendaffer, we're going to have an ineligible man downfield. And it looks like it was maybe number 54, Jackson Hoover. Yeah. One of the 3 triplets of Hoover brothers, and I'm not so sure that their sister might be the meanest of them. I've seen her boss those 2 around, and they're twice her size.
Too bad. Sawyer did a beautiful job of hanging in the pocket to deliver that pass.
He took a blow just as he let go of it. Perfect pass for a touchdown. Getting called back.
Tell you what, you watch Sawyer throw the ball around, and he just makes it look so effortless. He releases it.
He stands tall and stays up in the pocket. He does. Sometimes I think he relies on his arm a little too much. Gets caught on his back foot and ends up throwing short. Officials are looking to re-spot the ball. Bring up second and about 10 Cougars. Give back to Will Hoover, who takes it up the field for about it's going to be close to the first down sticks. Might be just shy.
He kind of just tripped over number 44, Remington.
Third down and half a yard to go, if that.
I'm going to guess number 44 gets the ball.
If I were a betting man, I would probably say you're right. Guessing the Eagles are going to get a healthy dose of Will Hoover right up the middle. There it is, and he blows through. He is still trucking along and gets taken down at about the 6-yard line after a big pickup. He's pretty jacked. He is, I'm sure, going to be asking for the ball again. Right now, the Eagle defense does not have an answer for Will Hoover.
Line was doing a beautiful job there, stunting, and they were able to pick up the stunts and create the holes for him.
Give the ball off to Hoover again. Carries a few Eagle defenders down to about the 2-yard line.
With Hoover running like this, it's going to open things up for Coach Kilgore to be able to use him as a decoy.
Yep.
Some fake dives and roll Sawyer out.
I'm assuming it's not going to be long. They're going to start trying to stunt and blitz up the middle, and that's going to open up some passing runs to the outside. I'm going to guess the Eagles are going to get a dose of Will Hoover here again. Give the big man the ball, and he gets held up at about the 1-yard line. Not even that, maybe the half-yard line. I'm going to go ahead and guess he's going to get the ball again.
I think right now you have 2 downs to get it in the end zone.
So you got 2 downs to give it to number 44.
Yes.
Hoover's lining up on the opposite side. Gonna take it up and in for the score. So on Central Noble's first drive, it is all Will Hoover. Breaking off big chunks of yardage. A great job by the offensive line, making holes for him to get through, and then yards after contact. I'd love to know what that stat is. Because there were a whole bunch of them. Aiden Drabowitz with the kick in it. It looks like it is good. It's kind of a line drive, but it goes through. Doesn't have to look pretty, just has to go through. So with 2:57 left to go in the first quarter, the score is 7-7. Tie ball game. The Cougars going to be ready to kick off. This could be an interesting matchup tonight. Well, neither defense really had an answer for the other team's offense, so could be interesting. We could have a pretty high-scoring game if this goes back and forth.
Both offenses kind of a little bit different. Fremont with misdirection, putting guys in motion, and Central Noble, that drive just pounded it down their throat.
It's like the late 80s, early 90s Big Ten football where it's just smash mouth right up the middle, and whichever team has the bigger, faster back wins. Like we have 86 Garrett Kelly and sorry, scratch that. 26 Logan Brace.
24 jumps on it.
Another squib kick. Fremont jumps on it at about the 32-yard line. Recovered by number 24.
Brogan Blue.
Brogan Blue.
Brogan Blue, number 24.
Being informed it was number 86, so I was right. That's the second time I've been right tonight.
Write it down.
I'm on a roll.
Doesn't happen often.
Write it down. I'd like to give a shout out to our cameraman, Barry Mooney. Doing a great job on the camera. Our spotter, Joe Lordy. That's a good job by the Cougars stringing that out. Number 44, Will Hoover, tackling the quarterback. It looked like Ashton Smith on the actual tackle. Looks like Will Hoover was assigned to the quarterback, Cameron Colclazier. Colclazier didn't look like he liked being tackled after the pitch.
Cougars only have 2 out wide, and Fremont's got 3 out here.
Got a sweep coming. Will Hoover out there. He is all over the field tonight. Not after a 12-yard pickup. Carson Flynn on the carry.
Got to think that had to be a defensive misalignment there.
Sure that the Cougars actually have 11 out there. They do now. Not so sure that they weren't missing again. Misdirection. They're going to go up the middle. He kicks it outside and not really anywhere to go. They run him out of bounds. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard.
Be interested to see. Fremont's got number 9 that lines up out wide, and he's got a big club on his hand. I wouldn't think he'd be able to catch too much with that on there.
I'm guessing he's going to be running, if anything. They are going to roll it for a pass. They do throw it to number 32 to Carson Flynn over his head, but it actually got tipped and almost ended up far enough for Jaden Zuccolotto. It was pretty good coverage by the Cougars. Will Hoover, I'm being told, out on the coverage, so guessing he came to win tonight. Time to just play.
Third and 9 coming up for Fremont.
Gonna drop back.
Screen underneath. Good job,
Hoover has him again. Brings down number 86, Garrett Kelly. Going to bring up 4th and about 4 yards to go.
Hoover did a good job from his linebacker position, reading that one and staying home.
He did stay home. You could see him looking to find. I think he read that all the way. He was just trying to find where the receiver was coming from.
I loved when teams ran screen because they were so easy to read.
Are going to punt a high
kick.
Spiraling kick.
Nice kick.
Cougars are going to let it bounce. They're going to get away from it. It's going to be downed by number 68, Taryn Wills.
19 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
19 seconds to go. 7-7 the first quarter. Be interesting to see if we come back out and keep pounding it up the gut, or we try to catch them off guard and try to send one deep here. Hand off. Chase Spencer is going to change directions and carry it back up the middle. He's going to pick up about 9 yards on the carry. I guess it's probably a pretty easy decision when you're picking up 8 to 9 yards every carry to just keep running.
Offensive line has done a
They're
fabulous
doing a great job tonight.
Big guys up front need a lot of credit so far.
I would say from our last home game, this looks like a different team, a little more organized. Looks like they have a little more oomph in their step tonight than they did 2 weeks ago. So the Cougars are going to come out and they're going to hand the ball back to Spencer, who takes it up the middle for another 8 or 9 yards. So it's going to be a first down. Cougars with 11:54 to go. Sorry about that. Joe Lordy's got his YouTube on. Cougars coming out, checking their plays. They change their alignment. Now they're set. So Yoder going to hand it off. Ooh, bobbled on the exchange, but Spencer grabs it and ends up taking it upfield for about 3 yards. It's going to bring up second down and picked up about 4 yards. Second down and 6 to go. Chernobyl getting their alignments. Here comes Sawyer Yoder, who flips it out to Spencer.
Keep the block. There you go.
He is going to take it for a big run. He's been hauled down from behind, but not before he picks up about 20 yards on the run.
Beautiful block by Preston Diffenaffer out wide.
Great block. It was great. Sawyer Yoder running the option. Waited till the backer had to commit to him, and then flipped it out to Spencer.
Nice thing about this drive right now is you have Will Hoover on the sideline getting some rest for defensive side, and you're still being able to move the football.
Still moving the ball down. A little different look going outside now, using some of Spencer's speed. Sorry, Yoder keeps
wide open,
it.
wide
open.
Yes.
He brings it in, and he is in for the score. I don't see any flags. Number 1, Preston Diffenaffer. And so finally they catch him off guard. They go for the dive on defensive backfield, had their eyes in the backfield. Diffenaffer slipped out behind him. That was a great execution by the Cougars. Good play calling by the Cougar coaching staff. So Central Noble will take a 13-7 lead. A point after coming up. Aiden Drabowitz on the kick. And it is good. So your score stands at Central Noble 14, Fremont 7. 10-14 to go in the second quarter.
Some local scores that Joe has looked up for us. Eastside 13, Garrett 0. Prairie Heights and Cherubusco are in a 0-0 tie. Angola and Lakeland 7-7. And right now, Leo is leading East Noble 3-0. That should be a very good game tonight.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that one. Good news this week out of college sports is Big Ten is going to be back. Robbie can watch his Nittany Lions fail again this season.
We'll still have more wins than Purdue.
Probably true. Probably true.
That'll probably only take one. So Drabowitz ready to kick it off. He is going to squib one down the middle.
Oh, get a good
Looks like
bounce.
they're.
Get a good bounce.
Oh, we got a good bounce on the ground. And number 3, Zach Pika, recovers it, but he's going to drop at about the 26-yard line. That's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Eagles. I'm guessing they've seen on film that it's probably not a good idea to kick it deep to one of their 2 backs back there. So Drabowitz has a good leg, but he continues to just drive it and squib it down the field. After getting a good defensive stop the last time, the Cougars are back out. Going to give a dive up the middle. Number 31, Dylan Parsons.
Parsons on the carry.
On the carry, taken down by Jarrett Hawk on the tackle. Got an empty backfield for the Eagles. They put a guy in motion. Gonna give it outside. He is brought down by guess who? Number 44, Mr. Hoover. Carson Flynn on the carry. He does pick up enough for the first down.
Payne on the far side got hooked, and that allowed that play to get to the outside for big yards.
I will say Fremont's reading it pretty well, and we're coming up. Our ends are coming up hard to keep contained. They're cutting underneath of them, and they do a good job with that misdirection. Will Hoover again.
Mr. Hoover again on the tackle.
He is all over the field tonight. Like number 58 is coming in for the Cougars. Will be Jacob Clark.
Riley, a little breather. He's been going both ways here.
Gonna be a quarterback keep. They do have him contained. They're chasing him, but he gets through. Picks up enough yardage for the first down. Brought down by number 14, Ashton Smith. Defense needs a stop here. The way our offense has been running, like we could put up another score before halftime. We have a Central Noble legend that just walked into the booth. Athletic Director, Mr. Dave Bremer. Gonna give it up the middle. Uh-oh. No. Number 5 keeps it, and they bring him down after about a 6-yard gain.
Will Hoover again.
Will Hoover on the tackle.
He has been everywhere tonight.
You know, I will give Fremont some credit. They are some good fakes. That one I thought, oh boy, he's running up the middle untouched, but apparently fooled me, but not the defense. Fremont's going to come out, trips left, no backs, put 32 in motion. Got a quarterback keep again. He snakes free. We've got a holding way over there, but not going to get called. They're going to say he stepped out. I'm not sure how the officials missed that one. One of our
Hoover's down on the field. That's not good.
We do have a player down, so we will stop off here for a second while they check him out, and we will be right back. Hoover was able to walk off the field on his own power. I don't know if it looks like he's got a cramp or what was going on. Right now we got first and goal. Like I said, it stepped out, and he's going to be brought down right away by Riley Bremer. That's a big boy to be running into, so there was little to no gain on that play. It's going to bring up second down and goal from about the 1. Fremont's going to just take it right up the middle, and they are going to go in for a score.
Got Cole Clazier on the carry, I do believe.
That Cole Clazier quarterback sneak right up the middle. Fremont is going to come out for the point after. Try to tie this up. 6:28 to go. Snap is up. The kick is no good, which is going to leave the score at Central Noble 14, Fremont 13 with 6:28 to go before half.
Most licensed IHSAA officials have a full-time job and officiate other games because of their love of the sport.
We had mentioned before, I'd like to mention again, the Cougars are in their green Indiana National Guard jerseys. So I'd like to give a shout out to the Indiana National Guard for giving them the opportunity to wear those jerseys tonight. They do have some promotional things going on down just past the home bleachers. Have a giant, I don't even know what to describe it as. Being told it's an M wrap, and it looks like it could run my house over. I'd like to take it for a spin.
Feel free to stop down and look for the raffle that they're having. They're going to be giving away one backpack full of goodies for each team.
Like to have a raffle chance to drive the thing.
Yeah, I'd pay some money for that. Cougars are waiting for the Eagles.
Big return. Here we go.
So we have Spencer and Ashton Smith back deep. Eagles get a nice kick. Ashton Smith picks it up, brings it upfield. He's going to find a seam.
There you go.
And he brings it up to about the 40-yard line, where he's brought down by a host of Eagles. So the Cougar offense is going to have 6 minutes and 19 seconds to put together a drive. Try to put it in the end zone before halftime.
To the 40-yard line.
Hoover is still on the sideline. So it'll be, I believe, Chase Spencer.
Number 45, Chase Spencer in the backfield.
In the backfield. Cougars are changing the play. Gonna give it to Spencer. Weaves his way around. Picks up about 7 yards on the play. They've kind of switched to that outside power. Obviously, the coaching staff for the Cougars have seen something that they like, a matchup they like, and sending it that way. With the clock winding down, there's 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go. That's second down and about 3 yards to go.
The way both teams are moving the ball security is going to be huge tonight. Not going to be able to afford to put one on the ground.
Got a false start on the Cougars.
Full start against Oklahoma.
Ooh, they called that on. I'll bring up second and about 8 now. 5:30 to go. Cougars are going to pass the ball. Oh, big hit by number 21.
Carter Meeks on the quarterback side.
Carter Meeks. Wow. He came flying in as Sawyer was stepping up and met him. I think he left his feet.
They gave a pump fake and stepped right up into that one.
And both times we've just dropped back for a straight pass, the defensive ends that came free and Sawyer scrambling. Sawyer's going to take the ball himself with some shifty moves. He was brought down after a big pickup, and it's going to bring up 4th down and about 3 yards to go. Maybe 4th down and 4. Long 3, short 4. Looks like the Cougars are going to go ahead and go for it as they're calling a play. Sawyer does punt the ball as well, so never really know. Fremont's got no one back. He may just go ahead and quick kick it. Does look like they're lined up for a play.
Try to draw them off and then call timeout.
After the Cougars try to run a no play and draw them off sides, they're going to take a timeout with 3:56 to go. Coach Kilgore is going to talk it over with his staff.
Got to punt this one away, don't you?
I would say if Hoover's in, I would give him the ball up the middle. I'm not sure if he's back in or not. It looks like he's still on the sideline. So at this point, I would probably line up like I was going to kick it, drop Sawyer back real quick, and kick it while they have nobody back there and try to pin them deep.
I just think you have to kick it with 3:56 to go, make Fremont go further down the field. If you don't get the first down, you're giving them pretty good field position with 3:56 to go into halftime with momentum. We do receive the ball to start second half, correct?
We do receive to start second half. Yeah, probably a safe bet to just kick it away. Make them have a longer field to go and hope we can run the clock out and get the ball back to start the half. Cougars do look like they're going to maybe go for it. A hand, got a pass, we got a holding. Oh, we got a guy wide open too, but it's not going to matter because it's coming back. Oh, it looks like we've got another pass, another flag on the
Ineligible
play.
downfield, I bet you.
I'm not sure. He's not more than 2 yards down the field. I think maybe that's what they're discussing. Holding and an ineligible, and I'm not sure how they're calling that. Coach Kilgore is arguing that one because they weren't more than 2 yards past the sticks, and they're throwing the flag on them. I would say now you're going to be pushed back. I would definitely probably punt it.
Yep. Now your defense is going to have to step up and play huge right here to close out the half.
A short kick, but it does take a good roll. Gonna pin him about the 35-yard line. So the punt was unreturned. Fremont will take over at the 35-yard line with 3:33 to go. Cougar fans yelling and cheering and trying to get the defense fired up.
Perfect time for a fumble.
I have seen the Cougar defense stripping at the ball as they got guys held up. Parsons on the carry. He's going to pick up about 8 yards. Bring up 2nd and 2. But that clock is running, so one of those. You don't want to give up anything deep, but you don't want to give them too much underneath so they can continue to move the ball down the field. Closure on the keep. He's hit from behind but keeps on his feet. He is dragged down by number 44, Will Hoover. He does pick up enough for the first down. That's going to stop the clock for long enough to set the chains. Calling for the clock to be wound. Fremont is hustling back up to the line. They do stretch it out. Number 32, Flynn on the carry. He is ran out of bounds. About a 5-yard pickup.
Step it up here. Pretty big yards
They
here.
are giving it big chunks. Stop here. 2nd and about 6. Coming in motion to give the dive up the middle. He is going to pick up enough for the first down.
'72, Tim Rawls going into the game. Trying to get some fresh bodies in there. This up tempo is starting to wear defensive linemen down, so trying to rotate some fresh bodies in there.
Dunlap coming off. We have keep. Ball fake by
That ball, Hoover.
number 5. Hoover's trying to strip the ball out. It is a first down. They pick up about 3 yards. With a minute 53 to go. Eagles are 28 yards from pay dirt. Those are going to come out trips right. Whoa. Inside receiver in motion. They're going to hand it up the middle. They're instantly trying to rip for the ball.
Jarrett Hawk on the tackle.
Jarrett Hawk on the tackle. He played that pretty well.
Yes, beautiful job there. Clock running.
Keeps the clock running. Looks like Fremont's going to take a timeout with a minute 11 to go. Ball will be placed on the 25-yard line. Be 2nd down. Probably about 6 to go. Fremont putting another man in motion. Gonna fake it. They do keep it up. Oh, they're stringing it out.
String him out.
Oh, a
Wow.
big hit over on the sideline. Cole Clasier's helmet comes off, so he's gonna have to come out of the game for a play.
I couldn't see. Could you guys tell who
I
was?
couldn't tell who made that hit, but it was a big hit over on the sideline. He was being strung out by some of the linemen and backers. It was obviously a safety or corner that came up and made a big hit. $72.
Wondering what the discussion is with the officials right now.
Like Tim Rawls, the one by the reaction of the coaches who were in on that. Got a discussion going on the sideline.
If he's got to come out, correct?
They call a timeout. At this point, they should have wound the clock. They went out of bounds. Third down and about half a yard to go. Looks like they're gonna.
Robert Skorupski looks like he's going to take the snap.
He takes the snap, turns, hands it up the middle. Cougars have him held up and trying to strip the ball. First down from about the 15-yard line. Cole Clasier is coming back in with 1:06 to go. Here comes Fremont with the clock winding. We're down to about a minute.
In the longest 3 minutes and 56
It has
seconds.
been a long 3:56. Cole Clasier going to keep it and go up the middle. And he is in for a score with 51 seconds to go. Faked the dive, found a seam, and went scampering up through. Hard to tell from this angle if he's just finding those gaps and hitting them, or if we're not staying disciplined and opening big holes by our linemen slanting away or two. Like Fremont is going to go for two at this point. They do bring Hoover offsides. They give a hard count. Looked like Hoover was ready just to blow through and caught him cheating up.
Interesting to see at halftime the rushing yardage for Fremont because they've had a fairly balanced attack tonight.
They have between the three backs. From under center, they give it, and they're in for the score. So that is going to put them up 21-14 with 51 seconds to go.
Fremont will line up to kick off here.
Parsons for kick.
This will be, we've had a couple decent returns here. I don't know if this will be one of those where you kind of squib it around, try to keep it out of the deep return.
Gonna squib it down on the ground. It squirts through past Sawyer Yoder. Oh, that's not Sawyer. That would be Trey Harold. Spencer on the return. Brings it out to about the 30. Where they're at, 34-yard line.
We've got a halftime score from Cherubusco. At halftime, Cherubusco leads Prairie Heights 42-0.
So Central Noble is going to have 44 seconds to try to move down the field. What you don't want to do here is give the ball up. It might be just smart to give them a healthy dose of up the middle and see what happens. Run a little swing pass out.
Out of bounds.
He's going to get out of bounds. He is going to pick up the first down. 38 seconds to go. Cougars are on the move down the field. Be surprised to see some form of trick play here. They have a couple weeks ago pulled some out. You give it to Hoover. Oh, he's got a guy wide open.
Go, go,
He catches
go,
the ball.
go,
He's going
go.
down the field. Let's see if he can get in. And he is in
Nice.
for a
Beautiful.
touchdown.
Beautiful.
Beautiful pass. I'm not sure who it was down on the far end that came open.
I was gonna say
Trey Harold on the catch. That is the same play we used a few weeks ago against Columbia City, and it worked again. Well, that's hard to defend when you've got a running back that's been tearing you up for big yardage. Defensive backs come up and receiver slips out behind. It's a great job by Trey Harold too. He faked as he was going to block and then released. Cougars put it through, and they're going to tie it up 21-all with 28 seconds to go before halftime.
Will Hoover with a nice rushing performance and now a perfect quarterback rating and a touchdown.
QBR is looking pretty good. That was about a 55-yard pass play there. Officially, it's going to go down as 56 yards.
According to Mr. Amber in the press box.
Hoover has now ran for a touchdown and thrown for a touchdown.
Big thing that does, that gives Central Noble some huge momentum going into halftime.
Yeah, they're going to get the ball back.
Kind of deflates Fremont a little bit.
Get a stop here, and if we don't get burnt by a trick play from Fremont.
I imagine we'll probably see kind of a squib on the ground kick here again.
Yep. I think number 51 is a lineman. I'd be kicking it right to him. They're going to put it up high in the air over to the corner. Bounces around, and they fall on it.
And a beautiful kick. Good placement on the kick.
That was a great placement. Well, looks to be on about the 24-yard line.
Safety's back deep. Keep everything in front of you.
You don't want to get burnt by a trick play here. You tell your corners and safeties, keep your eyes out of the backfield and stay on your man. They are going to come out in a trip formation.
Plays her back to pass, winding up.
Equalizer tries to dump one over the middle.
Incomplete. We've got
86, Garrett
18.3 seconds left. Still halftime. Tim Rawls going back out on the field again, number 72.
Yeah, and last time he was in, he laid a big hit on Cole Glazier over on the sideline, knocked his helmet off of him. He's back in, giving him a big cushion. You got Sawyer Yoder. Is that Sawyer? Cole Glazier scrambling around on the other side, and he's going to go out of bounds with 11.2 seconds left. Going to bring up about 3rd and 5. It's like Noah Christopher wrangles him out of bounds.
I'm telling you, I don't think that clock is moving.
This is the longest 3 minutes and 56 seconds.
I've got a delicious...
That 3:56 started about 15 minutes ago.
Got a delicious Athletic Booster pork burger sitting here waiting for halftime, and seems like forever to get to it.
Give up the middle.
Should take us to halftime.
That should take us to halftime.
We'll
That's
have to
going to
stop for the change.
We're going to move the chain, so they may get off one more play. Guess it'll depend how fast they get up to the line. They're going to wind the clock, and it doesn't look as though Fremont's going to take another play. So going into halftime, your score is 21-21. It is all tied up. There was a big scoring flurry right there at the end. 2 scores in less than about a minute.
Yeah.
So Central Noble will get the ball after the half. Come out and get the chance to score off the bat. We're going to pause for timeout or for halftime, but we do have some updated scores.
Real quick before we go to half, we have Eastside 27, Garrett 0. Cherubusco 42, Prairie Heights nothing. Offense started in that one there. A little bit of a surprise to me. Angola 21, Lakeland 14, and another surprise. Leo 10, East Noble 0.
We'll be back in about 15 minutes. We'll catch it on the second half. All right, Cougar fans, we are back. About 10 seconds to go before the kickoff for the second half. The Cougars will be receiving the ball as they won the toss at the beginning of the game and deferred to the second half. We have a 21-21 ball game. Third quarter getting ready to kick off. We have some simple halftime stats. Rushing, Will Hoover has 81 yards and a touchdown. Like Spencer has 48 yards. Hoover also has tacked on 56 yards passing with a touchdown. He's 1 for 1. A near perfect completion percentage. I think on the season he's 2 for 2 with 2 touchdowns. Pretty good.
I'd have him throw it more. All right, Cougars, here we go.
For Fremont.
Looks like number 31, Dylan Parsons, will be kicking off for the Eagles. Ashton Smith and Chase Spencer are back deep. Eagles kick it off at an angle deep. Like Smith is going to bring the ball up the field. He finds a seam. He brings it out to about the 36-yard line. Be first down and 10 on the 36.
Cougar return team's done a great job all night.
They have done a great job
starting
all night.
out with very good field position.
Guys in the back. Spencer and Clark, they don't mess around. They get upfield and run hard up through the middle.
Will Hoover back in the backfield again, and he gets the
Getting
ball.
right up the middle, and he's going to pick up big yardage. He is still running, and he picks up about 17 yards on the carry.
Number 7, Wyatt Claxton finally brings down.
He's brought down by number 7, Wyatt Claxton, after Hoover drags him. I think more trips on him as he falls down, and it is first and 10. About the 46-yard line. Going to give Hoover the ball again, and he is going to pick up another chunk of yardage. He picks up about 8 or 9 yards on that carry.
Austin Patterson, number 7, the Eagle that brought him down.
Austin Patterson for the Eagles in on the tackle. Number 73.
Hoover left, Hoover right, go Hoover left again. Ball him asleep.
I was going to say,
throw it downfield.
Throw it downfield again. They're going to give it to Hoover, who finds a seam. Eludes a couple tackles. He's still on his feet, and he's going. Can they drag him down? No, he is in. Hoover.
Without a shoe, too.
Yeah, he lost his shoe.
He did. I think he lost his shoe again.
Tim Rawls is standing out there saying, "Hey,
Holding
man, I
his
got your shoe."
Come back here. He did a shoeless. So 10:35 to go. The Cougars take the lead. 27-21 with a point after attempt coming up.
Just so everybody knows, I did call that Hoover left, so you know.
He did. Somebody had him around the ankles, and he just ripped his foot out. I think that's when he lost his shoe, and then Just continue to take off and go.
Yeah, I think that's
It is a good point after attempt. This is going to bring the score to 28-21 Central Noble with 10:35 to go in the third quarter. So that's a great opening drive for the Cougars.
Tonight might be the team with the ball last wins.
Yep. Going to take a defensive stop to win the ball game. So far, I think there's only been one defensive stop in the game. That was the Cougars with that stop.
Cheerleaders are not liking the offense.
No. They're going to have some sore arms tomorrow after all those push-ups.
Coach Blaker is one intense fellow down there.
Cheerleaders have done, by my calculations, 70 push-ups tonight. If you haven't been practicing that, that's going to make you sore tomorrow. So it's an onside kick by the Cougars, and Fremont picks it up and just falls on it. Looks like Brogan Blue catches it and just falls to the ground, and they're going to start from about the 30-yard line or 35-yard line.
Coach Kilgore's wanting a little more height on the bounces on those. Talking with Rebel Bliss there.
Some of the new rules, I think you can't drive it into the ground right off the bat, so that fine line of how hard you drive it into the ground and how much you got to kick it downfield. Some of these even high school kickers were getting pretty good at popping the ball 20, 30 feet in the air, and people trying to catch it were fair game of getting just drilled.
Nice.
Cougars with a good
77.
stop. Riley Bremer with the stop.
Was that Bremer? I thought that was Lane Norris.
Oh, sorry, Lane Norris. That was Lane Norris. First time I've been wrong tonight, I guess. That was a great play by Lane Norris, bringing that down. So I want to pick up of about 2.
Big difference in tonight's game compared to the last home game that we. There's excitement on the sideline. There's chattering. People are into it.
They're up cheering. The last time it was kind of down. There is a pass play. They do complete it. He is rode out of bounds.
26, I think.
Oh, Christopher.
Logan. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. That was Logan Hawk, number 32, on the tackle. Gonna hand off right up the middle. He's gonna pick up about 8 yards on the carry.
I think the Cougars must have made some halftime adjustments there, and saw it a little 3-4 plays ago. Lane Norris coming up with a big stop, and he was there this time. Just couldn't get his hands on the running back and get him down to the ground. So something to watch as we keep going.
2nd and 2. Yeah, they have been containing the outside pretty well at this point. Just forcing them to give the ball up the middle. Gonna fake. They are gonna go up middle. And they got a hand on him, but he eludes the tackle, and he is brought down by number 44, Will Hoover. Diffendafer had him held up.
Yep.
Hoover came in and cleaned him up. Will Glazier did pick up enough for the first down. I have a feeling we're going to see a high-scoring second half.
wide.
Go outside.
Turn him.
Did a good job of stringing it out. Couldn't stop him from getting upfield. He still picked up about 5 yards.
Noble did a nice job stringing it out, but then he jumped inside last second.
I did see another Cougar player out there kind of pleading with the referee that he's being held, and it did look like he was being held, but it could also have just been that good of blocking. Hard to see on the far side. Fake to give up the middle. Cole Glazier keeps it and brings it up himself. Jarrett Hawk is in on the tackle. Does look like he's going to pick up enough for the first down. Coach Blaker is pleading his defense to hit somebody. Going to give a end around. They have him stuck, but he escapes and eludes, and he's going to pick up another first down. He stays inbounds. Like 32, Carson Flynn picks up about 11 on the carry. So Fremont has now turned around and marched the ball right down the field.
Turnover time.
Preston Diffendeffer was in on that tackle.
Create a turnover right here.
Would be nice to create a turnover at this point. There have been a couple times we've had guys held up, and at times you see players coming in trying to strip the ball, and other times they're just leaving their feet trying to deliver that big blow. They're going to give up the middle. Cougar Pile is going to push him backwards, but he's going to pick up about 5 on the play. Number 32, Carson Flynn, was in on that run. Fremont's going to come out with an empty backfield. They're going to put a guy in motion. Fake, and kept by Cole Glazier, and he is gobbled up after about a 1-yard gain.
Ashton Dunlap with the initial contact, I believe.
I think you're right. Dunlap was first one there, and then Jarrett Hawk came in and helped clean it up. That's going to bring up 3rd down at about 4 to go. Now's that time you're the defense. You don't want to give up a big play here. Maybe be aggressive. You don't want to be too much cushion, but you don't want to be so much you give it up. They're going to go end around. 32 keeps it. It is going to be a first down from about the half-yard line. 6:05 to go.
Defense has been playing short-handed most of the night with Kirkpatrick. He went out with injury about first series, couple plays into it, and he hasn't been able to come back.
I think they took his helmet away, so I'm guessing it's concussion protocol. And they are signaling a touchdown.
Parsons.
It looked like Dylan Parsons, number 36. Or, excuse me, 31. On here twice. Must have a different number for his away jersey. Fremont is going to try to tie it up here. Point after attempt. High snap handled. It is good. That is going to tie this game up 28-all with 5:39 to go in the third quarter. Each team is just coming out throwing haymakers. Going to be who's the last one standing, who gets to deliver that last blow.
Reflection on high school's reputation. Please conduct in a way that represents recommended as possible. Thank you for making us proud.
A few events coming up this week. Monday evening, girls soccer team will be home at 5:30 p.m. Tuesday evening, boys varsity tennis will be home at 4:30. And also on Tuesday, we have co-ed varsity unified football. That is away at 6 p.m.
That's one of the newer added sports at Central School. If you get a chance, it's a great time to come out and support those kids out there as they participate in their athletic events. So Parsons is getting ready to kick off. He gets way back there.
Yeah, he gets a good run at it. I noticed that a couple kickoffs
It's
ago.
a pure full-on run before he puts his boot to it. Kind of a line drive down. Like Smith is going to get the carry. He brings it back out to about the 40 or 38-yard line. Still good field position to start out for the Cougars. Now, the one thing I haven't seen much of since the very first game, I've not seen Story Yoder scrambling around and running. I think that made a big difference in some of the games when they had to account for him instead of when we're just handing the ball off up the middle. It's working tonight, handing it off. We're picking up big chunks of yardage, but I would imagine being one of the better athletes on the field, at some point you would want to start to use him.
Got a feeling here in the second half we're going to see a fake to Hoover and he's going to roll out.
Hoover again with a spin,
Spin move.
lowers his head, and brings it up. Gonna bring up about 3rd and 2. Up about 4 on the carry. Gonna give it up the middle to Hoover again. He picks up the first down. Picks up about 7 or 8 yards on that carry. I'd like to know what his yards per carry average is tonight. It's got to be close to 10.
We're going to get a little breather on this play coming off to the sideline. About 4 minutes to go as the clock runs here in the third quarter. Something I just noticed for Fremont, they've got a 73 at linebacker. Not a number you typically see in the linebackers.
So Yoder's going to step
Oh,
up.
face mask. Oh.
They did grab his face mask, but no flag on the play.
Maybe not, but it sure looked like one the way his head went down there.
Yeah, it definitely they got a hold of it. They got away with it. That's going to bring up 2nd down and long ways to go. About 17 yards to go.
Like to see him try to get Sawyer out there on the edge, give him the run pass kind of option, dropping him back there. I'd rather get out to the edge where if nothing's there, he can try to create.
As much time as we've had to run the ball, or as well as we've ran the ball, we have not had.
Whoa, there's a stick.
That was a big stick there.
Number 9. Who brought the number there? Jaden Zicolato.
Bring up 3rd and long, 15.
That young man credit, that was a stick.
That was a big hit. I was saying, as good as our line's been blocking for our running plays, Sawyer has not had much time when he just drops back. They are all over him.
One of those most likely pass downs. You just hope we're smart about our options here. Cougars are going to get a timeout.
Timeout, Central Noble. I think there was some confusion on the alignment. Coach Kilgore got a timeout before they got the play off.
The clock was running down. You had 1 second on the play clock.
So, Mr. Offensive Coordinator, what would you pull out here?
Something that gets you about 16 yards. I still like your option of getting Sawyer on a rollout, give him the option. Something's there to pass it, not try to use his legs and his athleticism.
Push down the field.
Although I do like that Will Hoover pass play on the sidelines. Biggest thing is just protect the football.
Like,
Moving.
we're gonna swing. Catches it. Good. He breaks open. He is going to come close, and he's going to come up about a yard short of the first down. I'm guessing you're going to see Will Hoover here.
That was a great play.
That was a great play. Good swing pass. Great block out here on the edge. I think it was Trey Harold who sprung that one open.
Spencer did a great job of catching it and making a guy miss right away.
Well, he did a great job. They threw the ball. Sawyer threw the ball before Spencer was even looking at it. And he's got enough to pick up that first down. He's definitely got it.
Timeout for a measurement.
They're going to call a timeout to measure it. Not sure that was a great spot. I mean, they ended up almost close to the 45, and they're out and measure now. Sorry, the 35. Put it down.
He's got it. He's got it.
He's got it by a good yard. That was far enough away. I'm not sure why they even measured that. Start the clock back up with 1:30 to go in the third quarter of a 28-28 ball game. Yoder's going to take it. He pitches it out. Get a block. That was a good play by number 7, Wyatt Claxton.
Was a great play by 7. Did a nice job getting off his block and making the play.
Yeah. As though he almost got blocked into the play. Play clock's down to about 14 seconds. Cougars coming up to the line with 10 seconds on the play clock. 43 seconds on the game clock. So Yoder's going to roll out. He's going to throw it up. Good job just throwing it away. Put it up over their heads and out of bounds.
Live to play another down.
Yep. I think that's some of that game maturity out of Sawyer. The first game, I think he would have tried to fit that one in somewhere.
Yep.
So they've obviously been working. He made a good decision and just threw it out of bounds. Going to bring up 3rd and about 7. Give it to Hoover going outside, and he is going to, whoa, lower the shoulder and stiff arm someone to the ground. Wow, he picks up the first down on that too. Somebody just got leveled. Carson Flynn just took a big shot. Just got shoved to the ground by Hoover. You know, you see him run the ball, and you think he's got to be a huge kid. When you go stand next to him, he's really, I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell that he is that big of a bruising running back.
Just runs angry.
Yes. There's another big, tough run and picks up about 8-9 yards again.
Running like that, they're going to have to give him number 40 to wear, like Mike Allstott back in the day. The A-Train. Going to take into the 3rd quarter.
And the best news of all for the Cougars, he's only a junior. So at the end of the 3rd quarter, we've got a tie ball game. Central Noble 28, Fremont 28. It continues going the way that it's been going. We may end up with some extra minutes played.
Some free football tonight. Channel 15 down there, maybe, joining us.
I want to give a shout out to some of our varsity cheerleaders. Tonight we've got Kaylee Trowbridge, Morgan Etchison, Stevie Lynn McGuire, Cameron Albright, Avery Phillips, Brianna Lackey, Angelina Clay, Kaylee Knight, Jacelyn Hawk, and Ireland Collins round out our varsity cheerleaders. Also, if you're just joining us, we'd like to give a shout out to the Indiana National Guard for sponsoring the Cougars tonight, wearing their Indiana National Guard jerseys, and also providing a table and raffling off a bunch of goods. Big shout out as well goes to Mr. Dave Bremer, our athletic director here. He's done a good job. All the COVID restrictions and whatnot going on of getting people spaced out and spread out, making sure things are ready to go so these kids can participate in a sport that they love.
Athletic director is one of those jobs that takes a lot of time to get things done, and then when you throw a year like this where you have the extra steps and cautions you have to take, it just adds to it.
You know, being a principal here, I see Dave a lot, but I also see him in sports, and he's here at all hours of the night. I think he's one of those unsung people that doesn't get a lot of credit for all the time he puts in. Sawyer Yoder's going to throw one deep, and he's got one. And we're going to get a pass interference call. We got 2 flags out, so it's definitely going to be pass interference. Ball was on target. Actually in his hands, it just bounced off. Got some scores for you to come in. Looks like East Side is up on Garrett 40-0. Busco is still up on Prairie Heights 42-0. Angola 28, Lakeland 21. That seems to be a pretty good game. Kind of a surprise. And East Noble 0, Leo 17.
Had offensive pass interference on that play.
Oh, wow. apparently face guarding and tackling him before he has the ball is allowed here. That's going to back the Cougars up. Second down and about 15. Oh, we got a bobble on the play, but Spencer handles it and brings it back up. He picks up about 4 on the play. Down up third and about 12 to go. Cougars with 2 backs now. Gonna have a cutback. Spencer didn't have really much of anywhere to go. It was a 4-down territory. I don't want to punt it away. Come up with something to give you a chance, though.
Ashton Smith coming in.
Cougars down to about 10 seconds on the play clock as they break the huddle. They're hustling up. Get set. Sawyer Yoder comes back. He got a guy deep, and he's got the ball.
Oh, they're saying out of bounds.
Oh, and they call him out of bounds. Wow. He caught the ball and was falling out at the same time.
Thing about that play is the official was 25 yards downfield
Or
and
more.
Really didn't have a look at that.
Coach Kilgore's got his hands on top of his head. He's encouraging his defense now. He's done a great job keeping his cool. Sure that most coaches around would be so calm after that call. Oh, we got timeout Fremont with 10:26 to go in the fourth quarter. We've got a tie ball game, 28-28. Stay with us. We'll be back after this timeout. All right, Cougar fans, we're back. Eagles are out, ready to take their first snap of the series. We're going to hand it off.
Getting Dunlap.
Cougars, Dunlap played that well.
Yes.
Really well. We need to stop here. It's going to bring up second and about 10. No gain on the play. That's the first time I feel like all night we've actually really contained well and made them make a bad decision on handing the ball off. And dive up the middle. And they're going to give up about 5 on the carry. Like Parsons on the run. Noah Christopher in on the tackle. Along with number 40, Ashton Dunlap.
I think if I'm
Looks like
the
Noah Christopher got his helmet
think if I'm the Cougars and number 9 is out wide, I think I'm shadowing that corner back in a little bit until he proves to me he can catch something with that huge club on his hand. Especially if the jet sweep motions come in that direction.
Gonna dive it up the middle. Colclaser bounces off of a few players. Is brought down. Looks like Lane Norris and
Riley Bremer got a hold of
Riley
the shirt.
Bremer. The Cougar defense, we don't really have many seniors on. We got a lot of juniors out there. We'll bring back a lot of players next year. Number 9. Jaden Zuccolado on the carry. Jarrett Hawk and Justin Kreider in on the tackle. So the 8:17 to go. Fremont has the ball. 2nd and 5. We're about the 45-yard line.
So yeah, they're taking Dunlap in. Okay.
We got a pitch outside of the ball's on the ground.
Get it!
And the Cougars recover. They're going to take the ball. That's what we needed. With 8:01 to go, the Cougars pick up the ball off the ground. Logan Hawk recovers.
Dunlap played that
Ashton
beautifully.
Dunlap played that really well.
Yes, he
That's
did.
twice during this series. He made a good play, and he caused that fumble. So let's see if we can capitalize now. That brings a little fire to the sidelines again. Nice to just drive this down, run the clock down, and score. Give up the middle to Hoover. Gonna plow his way ahead for about 6 or 7 yards. Yep. I think at this point I would give him a good dose of Will Hoover over and over and over right up the middle. You're gonna pick up 6, 7 yards of carry.
Let that clock run.
Let the clock run. And I'd tell Sawyer to let that thing run down to 2 or 3 seconds before I ended it off to him. The way Hoover's been running tonight, they could probably just let him know he's going to get the ball. And I don't think it's going to matter. Yoder pulls it, stays on his feet. He's going to circle back the other way. Oh. Instead of getting outside of Hoover, he cuts inside and gets caught from behind. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10 now after about a 7-yard loss.
Or Remington Crable came up a little sore on that one.
Cougars are down to 5 seconds. Looks like we're going to end up seeing a timeout from the Cougars. 6:30 to go. 4th quarter, the score tied 28-28. That play took a little long to get in. Looks like there's some confusion on what to do. And bring up 3rd and about 9. That's not what you wanted to see after you get a turnover and get some momentum going.
We were talking at halftime about watching this game, watching Fremont, Central Noble, and it's pretty neat to be able to watch these two teams play, and it'd be a good close game like this, going back and forth. Add some excitement to things here.
Yeah, you know, I'm happy to see both teams. Like Central Noble had a down year a little bit last year, and then you know, it wasn't too long ago. Barry was just telling us about 3 or so years ago. Fremont was to the point that in the 3rd quarter they just pretty much gave up and quit because of some injuries. They didn't have enough kids. So Good to see them with extra guys on the sidelines, being competitive. I'd much rather come to a game and watch these games than see a 42, 48 to nothing blowout. Cougar fans are getting into it, rumbling the bleachers. Give Hoover to the outside. He is tripped up after a couple yard pickup.
Fourth and 7. What do you do, Coach?
I'd give the ball to Hoover up the middle. Seems to me on the left-hand side, he's been picking up bigger yardage. In the 3 or 5 hole, I would be aiming for there, telling him to keep his feet churning. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We have a tie ball game, 28-28. Chargers are fourth and about 6, maybe 7. Cougars. Apparently, I cannot remember where I'm at. And he's going to come up just short. So there's going to be a turnover on downs. They wrapped him up around the legs, and he comes up literally about a half a yard short.
Well, let's see if the Cougars can build off of their last defensive series, where it seemed to appear that they're kind of catching on maybe on this offense and how to keep contained.
Well, this is the second game now that I've said the other team from the other side of the county. I think I need to put a giant marker here that says Cougars. I don't know.
A lot of people that don't like that.
I don't know. We're going to go up the middle. Number 5.
Let's bring that one back.
There is a penalty flag down. Our resident official, Mr. Carmine, is already calling a holding. It is holding against Fremont. So that's going to push them back. We've got number 21, Jarrett Hawk, coming up limping on that play. Flicker seems a little intense. He definitely gets into the game. With the clock running, 5:30 to go. Going to be first down and 20 for the Eagles. I would expect you're going to see something outside. That's where they've been picking up some big yardage. They're going to take it outside. They do.
Nice.
And the Cougars gobble it up. Only give up about 2 yards on there, so it's going to be 2nd and 18. I think we've done a much better job this half of containing on the outside.
Well, the thing that was beautiful about that is you have so many components to that play. First, you got to read the dive, get that shut down. Then you come around, you have the option then. Beautiful job by the defense. Clock continues to roll. Coming up on 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. A huge stop.
Yeah, if we can, the big stop here, make it a 3rd and way long. Not give, you got him pinned back. You got a pass play coming up. He throws it over and almost picked off. Trey Harold in good position. He actually probably about got tackled before the ball was there by the receiver. That's actually a good play by the receiver. That was close to being picked off. So now you got 3rd down and a long ways to go.
Oh, you got 10 out there. We got guys going everywhere.
Now we've got 11.
Big thing with that incompletion, that stops the clock. So that helps
the clock. So
Cougars if we can get a stop here.
If we get a stop here, that is going to help because they're going to have to punt being that far back. They are coming for pass. They're going to throw another screen. And they're going to pick up the first down. Oh, big hit right at the sticks, but they do have enough to pick it up. Will Hoover leveled number 31. Parsons.
Absolutely nobody at home in the middle of the field on that one.
That's where you got to talk to your defensive lineman. Like, you get scot-free and no one touches you. Something's up. You need to stop and turn around.
When I played, I loved when teams ran the screen because that was the easiest thing to read.
Is that because you were too slow off the ball, or?
Because I was at my middle linebacker position. And the linemen make it obvious for you. It's so simple. Oh, they're letting my line go? There's a screen coming.
Turn it outside,
in.
they turn it out.
Good.
Get him. Oh, and he sneaks up the sideline. Flynn is finally wrangled out of bounds by Dunlop.
Fremont, they're gonna have to get in the end zone. Watching their kicking game, they got to be really close. It looks like to be able to kick it.
So with Kirkpatrick out, Dunlop has gotten quite a bit of playing time, and he's done a good job. Time running down. The clock is not going to be the Cougars' friend. They're going to have to get a stop here, or they're going to be out of options when they get the ball. Got first down. Now we've got a timeout coming by the officials. Looks like they moved the chains before they could measure. So now it looks like there's going to be a discussion. Telling them to go back. Not sure how you're going to measure that because
Once
they
the
took
chains
off.
have moved.
They do put a clip on one of the yard lines, so hopefully the official's got his clip where he can measure. Yeah, and that was, if it's where they marked it, they weren't even close. It should be third down and 1 to go. Or was it third down? This maybe fourth. Now they're going to leave it at third. He doesn't go anywhere. There's no way he got it. He didn't go anywhere. He may have actually lost a little bit of yardage. Put it right back down in the same spot.
Now the big thing you got to watch here.
Now you got to watch the ball.
Watch the ball and watch a dump pass.
Yeah.
You getting everybody up there in the box,
Yeah,
diving
don't
in.
get burnt. Stay on your
Don't
man.
get burnt with a dump pass to a wing or a tight end.
They got him back. You know they're going to come. They're going to go to the far side. Put him in motion. Here he comes. They keep it. Dive up the middle.
Quarterback's got it.
The quarterback has. They got the ball. They stripped it from him. He got 31. He got drilled in the back, or in the backfield, and he's not getting up very well.
Robbie, there was a lot that happened in that play. Can you rewind that for me?
I wish I could because I'm not sure where the ball was.
I thought Will Hoover had the guy with the ball, and then there went the guy. Yeah.
The quarterback ended up keeping it. He fumbled it, and before I knew what was happening, the ball's running back the other way.
No idea.
I don't even know who recovered the ball.
Hey, the good news is we have the ball with 2 minutes
Cougars ball,
and 35 seconds
2:35 to go. Let's see if we can put one
Put it in
together
the end
here.
zone, boys.
I wouldn't get fancy at this point. I'd tell Will Hoover, you're getting the ball. Saddle up because we're riding into the end zone.
Oh,
Low snap. Hoover does get the ball. He's going to plow ahead for about 2 yards.
At some point, we got to use him as a decoy, though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we got to because they're keying on him.
Well, we've been pretty successful right up the middle, and we're trying to stretch it out. I think we need to go right back up the middle.
Something's coming out.
So if I wanted to go outside, this would be the back that I would use to go outside. A little shiftier, a little quicker. They're going to go on the option play. Sawyer brings it up. He throws it. Goes out. That's going to be an incomplete pass. That's going to stop the clock with 1:49 to go. So our spotter is catching some grief from some of our viewers who are believed to be his family. With 1:49 to go. 3rd down. Ball on the 46-yard line. Will Hoover gets the ball. He picks up a 1st down, but there is a flag. And I'm going to assume it's going to be holding.
Is that illegal for me? Shift.
Yeah,
I guess we
legal
weren't set.
shift. That's going to bring it back. Pick up a big 1st down there and just undisciplined.
Didn't notice there if the play clock was running down on that one, or that hurt.
That does hurt. So here, if you don't pick up the 1st down, you definitely probably try to punt it and pin them down. You don't want to give them the ball midfield with 1:50 to go. They're going to wind the clock down to 1:40. 3rd down and about 12. And now we've got a false start, so it's going to be even more. This is frustrating. In the booth, I imagine how Coach Kilgore's feeling right now.
Now you've got to keep the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
Make them burn a timeout or
Yep.
let the clock run. After the
Yep,
play, you
definitely.
can't afford it. Need to
Burn off some time. It'll take you down close to a minute by the time you punt the ball away.
Probably should get the official to pick up his flag off of the
Yeah,
ground before we
yeah,
start.
he should. We got it. He's running over. Now we're gonna start running the clock. I'd let that thing run down if I was Coach Kilgore. Run it. Oh, dropped the ball. I was gonna call incomplete. Stop the clock with 1:21 to go. Gonna bring up 4th down. I am not sure I would have chose that play. But I don't get paid the big bucks to be the coach, so on to the next play.
Bet you we see Sawyer drop back in punt formation here.
I'm gonna guess. Thinking,
Penalties just unraveled that drive.
yeah. Thinking I would have let that play clock run down, ran a play up the middle, punted it away, and given them less than 30 seconds to put together a drive.
Get us a good one, Sawyer.
He does put up a high deep. They're gonna fair catch it at about the 24-yard line. With 1:14 to go, we have a tie ball game, 28-28. So Fremont's going to come out. No backs in the backfield. I'm sure they're going to set someone in motion. Comes 31. He's taking around the outside. He picks up about, he may have gotten the 1st down.
Yep, he did.
With 1:4:32. They're letting the clock run. 57 seconds to go. Fremont hustles back up to the line. The quarterback keep up the middle. The Cougars stop that for about a 3-yard gain. You're going to get a timeout taken by the Eagles with 44.2 seconds left to go. 28-28. Have a second, about 7 to go.
Some scores that Joe has looked up for us here. A final, Eastside 40, Garrett 0. Another final, Cherubusco 42, Prairie Heights 0. I'm not sure where we are on this one. Angola 42, Lakeland 21. And Leo 24, East Noble 0.
I would say definitely East Noble has had one of the toughest schedules in the area. Playing Northwood, playing Leo, playing Penn the other week. I mean, they have not really had an easy week yet.
Yep. I think they've got some key injuries going on right now as well.
It kind of reminds me of Bishop Lures back in the day. They'd have 4 or 5 wins and then win a state championship because of the teams that they play.
Yeah. Crowd getting into second down.
Snap, it's going to be a keep up the middle. They are going to stop him short of the first down. There's a host of Cougars. Maybe Jackson Hoover this time. Making the initial stop.
Clock's running.
Clock is running with 27 seconds, 26. Fremont is hustling back up. This is probably going to be the last play of the game.
I think they still have a timeout, I think.
Going to roll out. He's going to launch one deep. He's got someone, but nowhere near. It's way over. That's going to bring it 8.3 seconds left, so they're going to get one play off. What do you do here as a coach? Do you just take a knee and try to play it out in overtime, or do you go for the home run and hope you don't end up giving a pick six or fumbling the ball away?
I'd like the pick six idea myself, but I mean,
we prefer
Fremont.
to do that,
Fremont fans might not agree with that one, but
we'll get a timeout to talk about it.
Big thing for Central Noble is just you are back deep, buddy deeper than you, and play underneath.
The Madden football coach in me says throw it deep, but the conservative coach in me says I'd take a knee and take it into overtime. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us. It looks like we're going to get some extra football here. I'd like to thank Joe Lordy, our spotter and statistician, keeping us up on all the games and everything else that he does. Barry Mooney on the camera. I mean, this guy could probably be for the NFL Network. I'm just saying.
That beat Snyder.
So the third best announcer here tonight. A little late on the scores. He's giving them out to the crowd now, which we've already given you guys updated at home. So if you see Bob Amber, he actually does a great job over there, but you can let him know that he was bested tonight by myself and Ryan Carmine. So it looks like we're going to get one last play out of this game, at least in regulation. Got 5 wide. Cougars are in a prevent defense. They've got 4 defensive backs back. They're going to gobble up. He dives for a first down. Timer is off, so we're going to go to overtime. We're going to bring up 4th down. See what the decision is here. Looks like they're going to do 1 on time down. Well, they're calling 4 seconds. They did get a first. We're going to have one more play.
The clock will be reset 2.4 seconds.
I'd be a little leery of that screen pass underneath. We've got a lot of room. If your linemen blow through, there's a lot of room with nobody there. That could open the field. I would be a little leery of that. So 2.4 seconds left. And here comes the snap. They do give it a heave-ho down there. It was picked off! He's going across the middle. He's got some blockers. He's gonna go. Oh, and he's brought down at the 30. Oh my goodness. That would have been amazing. Boom! Goes the dynamite.
Is that Harold?
Yeah. That was Harold. Trey Harold picks that off, brings it across the field, had blockers, had about 1 or 2 men to beat, and it got turned in. So giving some props to the Fremont offense as they turn it back in. So we're going to overtime.
And then we will start the overtime.
3-minute break, and then we will go into overtime. Free extra football tonight.
I would say that fans from both sides have gotten their money's worth in tonight's game. There's been just a little bit of everything. All right, as the 3 minutes winds down, got about 25 seconds to go before we start our overtime period. This has been a great game. Been a lot of action from both sides. We've had fumbles, we've had interceptions, we've had lots of scoring, we've had trick plays. Both teams are doing a great job offensively. Both teams, I think, defensively have picked it up too.
Yes, yep. You would have told me each team scored once in the second half.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have believed you.
After scoring 3 times apiece in the first, I would not have believed that either. But here we are, 28-28. We're in the first set of overtime. Like both head coaches are coming out. Go over the rules. I believe each team will get ball, whether they score or not. Both will start from the 10 and then start moving back. I'm not exactly sure on the overtime rule.
See how good Joe is here. Put the ball down.
Be his haters that are giving him a bunch of grief online, also known as his family, would give him some props if he is correct.
You ever play an overtime game when you played?
One time, mighty Bluffton Tigers played the Norwell Knights.
Here's beyond defense first.
Defense first. They have put it on the 10. Joe was right. So now maybe he'll get some congratulatory.
The football's not there
messages.
yet. Let's just wait and see.
Well, it's not there.
Ah, the official stopped at the 10 on this
He
side.
did stop at the 10. Give
Way to
him the
go,
ball.
Joe.
Good job, Joe. Your family won't praise you. We will. Speaking of his family, we'd like to give a big birthday shout out to Megan Lordy, celebrating her 54th birthday.
Oh, you're getting yourself in trouble on that one.
And that message was brought to you by Joe Lordy. All right, here comes the Cougar defense. 4 plays, boys. Hold them for 4. There will not be time on the play clock. It'll just be, or the game clock, it'll just be the play clock. Yep. No more first downs. They packed away the chains.
Cougar sideline getting the crowd
Here we
into it.
go. So if you hold them, how many plays do you run before you kick a field goal if you're the Cougars? You got a field goal kicker that's pretty good. We're going to give it up the middle to Parsons. He is going to pick up about 5 yards.
I'm just giving the ball to Will Hoover till he gets in the end zone.
For 10 yards, done, go. Second play, second down, 5 to go. Man in motion, they're going to give it out. And he is around, and I believe that is Flynn who is in.
I think that's got to be a misalignment again because they had 3 wide to the bottom side of the screen here, and he only had 2 guys out there. That kind of easy to block that around.
Cougars are going to get a chance. They're going to opt to kick. If they miss it, Cougars score and make it, then they will win.
And he
Up,
missed
and
it.
He missed. He did miss.
Cougars,
Wide
great opportunity.
right. So now it's the Cougars' turn, and I'm not sure. I wouldn't give Will Hoover the ball 4 times, put it in, and then give it to him for the 2-point conversion.
2 of the Cougar coaches, as soon as it was missed, came over here to Aiden Treboblis. Said, "Start warming up your legs, son." And now he's kicking into the net.
his credit, he has not missed tonight. Four straight plays of Will Hoover here.
That's my play call.
Yeah.
Yep. He's in.
First play, he scores. Got a PAT coming. The Cougars are lined up for an extra point. Here we go.
Offsides. Now you just hand it to Will Hoover.
Now you're even closer. I think I would too. I would give the ball to Will Hoover as well and say, put it in. Bigger players are saying, please decline it. I think the problem is it's called before the snap. Elder was telling him, do it again. There we go. Cougar sideline. Players are getting everyone to cheer, and the coaches are asking them to be quiet. Bring the ball closer.
Lock inside, boys. Make
Looks
yourself
like we got a
big.
timeout. I think now that they're closer, I think they're thinking maybe put Hoover. Here he comes. The offense is coming out. I'm guessing you're going to get Will Hoover right up the middle.
Will Hoover, there's a pizza at the back of that end zone. Go get it.
Go get it.
Like you mentioned earlier, games like these are fun to come to. Not the 42-0s, the 48-0s. Good close game like this.
This has been a great game.
Beautiful weather, beautiful football field. Doesn't get any better than this.
There for a second out. They are going to bring the kicking unit right back out. They're going to kick it.
I hope we didn't just ice our own.
Yeah. Now we got a timeout. We're going to be taken back for. I still, if I was Coach Kilgore, I think I'd put my offense in and just get the ball to Hoover. Nothing against Aiden. He has done a fantastic job tonight. I think at this point you need less than a yard. Get a back who's been averaging about 10 yards a carry. I'd give it to him.
Hopefully, Aiden just kicks the football to Mr. Bremer in the gator down
In
there.
the gator.
We'll go home
Nice
happy.
catch. So here we go. Snap is up. Kick is good. It is in. That'll be Central Noble 35, Fremont 34.
You got to give a lot of credit to Fremont. That was a great
Yeah,
game.
that was a great game.
They played a great game tonight. Unfortunately, it sucks for those kids. That's going to be a terrible bus ride back home to Fremont after losing a game in that fashion.
As much as we like to see a great game, and here comes the Cougar crowd. Got Aiden driving, was being carried off the field. The Cougar fan section of students is out on the field. All right, well, that'll be it for us from Cougar Field.
Cougar fans, join us next week. We have Lakeland at home, and that will be homecoming for the Cougars.
That will be. So until next week, we'll be signing off.